one, $20. This guy, 12. Very good, but he does have his thing. God damn it! I'm gonna need to get him. I got this store, but no accessories. This one is broken. Something that I did want that I remember from my childhood is this guy. I know he's ugly and stuff, but I just remember him, and I might need to pick this one up and this one or this one. But this one's 20, so I'm gonna get this one. Get him on recording, right? Okay. This one. The very ugly blue goblin. Thor, I already got him. A lot of them. I got a bunch of these already. The Hawkeye, but the Marvel Select one. So. Some of these. Like some of the old bunch right here. Marvel Legends of Old Waves. There's Paladin, but it's 27 bucks. Hell no. Here's a new one. Wolverine, Daredevil, Magneto. So yeah, I'll see ya in the cars to see what I picked up. Okay, so I did got something from that store. I got two actually. I got the Sabretooth, and I got this one because I remember from my childhood I had this one. So I got him for $12, and I got Claw and from the 2-pack, the new one with a good articulation. So I'm actually, but it doesn't come with a little accessory, so that sucks, but pretty good deal for $20, 2 figures. And one of them is new, so I think this is a pretty good deal, even though they're both cheap online as well. So I'll see you in the review for Sabretooth, I think. Alright, so at the end I ended up picking up 2 figures. I think I already told you. These 2, and we're going to do a review on Sabretooth, so let's get him out of the bag, and then you're going to see us in the floor. So here we have Sabretooth, Apocalyptic Sabretooth, I think it is. And I got this guy for just one reason. It's because I remember him from my childhood, and I remember the biceps mainly. That's what I remember, like very vaguely. Like I can barely remember if it was even this guy. I don't know if this mold got reused, but if this is the only figure that has this mold, then it is very probably likely that it's this figure that I got when I was little. And luckily he's complete. The figure has very nice and tight joints. I don't know how. This figure is fucking old from what I know. And they're extremely tight to the point that I feel like they might break. Like all this is like, this is tighter than the most recent Build-A-Figure that I have, like Sasquatch, that I just reviewed. So for comparisons, real quick, we just have this Wolverine. I do think that this Sabretooth is very short. Let me stand them up. But I think he'll do the job, right? Oh, I don't know. But I just like this figure. I don't know. I needed more villains anyway. I didn't end up picking up the Absorbing Man because I already have an Absorbing Man. So that's why I picked up this guy and Claw. And for something like his face is okay. I think it's just the paint that looks pretty bad on the face and the eyes mainly and the mouth. But the head sculpt is pretty cool. This can rotate. They have different shades. I think it's like a yellow in the tail, I think, and then that orange or that brown. And they got some shading on the yellow all over, like his abs, on his back. Nothing in the legs. Well, yeah, right here. And then they got some brown boots, nicely sculpted, and some shading all over the place right here in the boots. And he does have peg holes in the bottom. Alright, so let's just move on. Actually, never mind. Let's look at this sculpting, dude. A very nice what's it called, color that they chose. Now I haven't looked at pictures of him, but let's see. I'm gonna put some pictures right now just so you can see how he looks compared in the comics with this figure. Right, so now we're gonna move on to the articulation real quick, and then I'll show you where he's gonna go in the shelf. Crap. Okay, let's just move on.
Right, for articulation, his head can go all the way around, up, down. He has an ab crunch, that far, not really back. Excuse me, he can go all the way around, bicep swivel, very tight. He can go up that far, single jointed elbows, pretty good range, and wrist swivel. He can go up and down, and single articulated fingers. No thumb though. Same for the other arm. It's waist swivel, T jointed or Y jointed leg articulation, so you need to move him around a bit so you can move him forward and outward up that far because it's hindered. Double jointed knees, some foot rotation. He can go up that far, down that far to articulation, and no ankle pivot. Let me show you where he's gonna go on my display.
Right, so for this time, we put, instead of putting him over here, which I originally was gonna put him just like putting him in a vanilla pose just right there with the rest of the villains, I remember that he was a freaking X-Men villain. So I put him up here, Juggernaut, and then we put him right here with against Wolverine, scratching his face with his claws. Very badass right there. I don't have a Magneto. I don't have the rest of any of the X-Men villains. I should have got actually that Pyro, who was in that that peg in the earlier clip. So I might get him next. It was probably like $12.15 as well. So I might get him next since he seems to be a peg warmer in those loose Marvel Legends figures. So yeah, this is my collection so far. It is growing very fast, and we still have to review another figure, which is this one, Claw from the 2-pack. So I see y'all in that review. Thanks for watching, and I can't wait to make more videos.